You know, sometimes we geeks love something a little too much.
A little?
Sometimes, yeah, a little too much. Sometimes it's not a bad thing, but other times it is, which, you know,
what we're talking
really
about
forces
is
our favorite shows to go to places they don't really ever need to go. And it's sometimes really extreme, which we call, what do we call it?
shark jumping!
Jumping the shark, as the old Fonzie thing. And that's how it all came up with. So let's go ahead and get this 10 things list kicked off with our number 10.
Let's bring our main hero back again. From season 5, we've got some issues. So season 1, Buffy Summers dies because she had to drown. Why?
She died a lot in that show, though. Let's be real honest here.
Right. Season 6 ends. Josh Whedon even says this is going to be the final season he's planning to write. So how does he do it? Buffy Summers on the edge of a tower, looking down, gate of hell open. The only way to stop the gate from permanently opening, is we have to throw a Slayer into it to sacrifice her life to seal the gate indefinitely.
But Buffy wasn't the only problem with that. They do that a lot of times. They'll kill off the hero thinking the show's going to be okay, but fan outcry happens. They have to find some stupid-ass way to bring him back.
This case, it made sense the ending. What happened was The Flash wouldn't come out for another 4 years. Supernatural won't come out for another 4 years. Right now, CW's money in bank is Buffy Summers, right there. That's all their money. If Buffy cancels, ends the series, CW, or UPN at the time, which one it was, dies in their minds. Like, you know how Fox believes The Simpsons is gonna, if Simpsons ever comes in, so does their station.
Which brings up our next one, number 9, is The Simpsons. Of course, we all love the first family of Springfield, but it's really run its course quite a few years ago. I can't even watch
15?
it anymore. Like, we're on what, season 30-something? How many more of these episodes do we possibly have to watch?
I mean, at this point, like, the woman who plays Bart Simpson is like, has her grandchildren watching new episodes. I mean,
yeah, it's a little boring at this point in time. Yeah, I loved it when it started, but you know what? It's time to just let that thing sink down on a high note, because that movie was not a high note. The new seasons are not a high note. They didn't even do a Treehouse of Horror this year because they're completely out of ideas.
Yeah, I mean, if you're out of ideas on what to do to your cast during Halloween, you may have run a little too long. But you know what's even worse?
What's worse?
Worse is when you decide to introduce your science fiction series with time travel for no good reason.
Star Trek's guilty of that quite often.
Quite often. But the worst offender of this, and I actually had to defend myself against my wife when I said Voyager. The episode where they go back to the 90s was the worst jump the shark moment ever.
What is wrong with, I mean, it's like Star Trek writes itself in a corner, so they jump to the time travel routine. Oh, we're just going to go back in time and fix things.
But you know what's worse about that than everything?
What?
Is some guy shows up, and he goes, "Hi, I'm part of the Federation Time Coalition, and we make sure that time traveling doesn't affect the rest of the timeline." So the Federation literally has, at that point, a group of people devoted to time travel. That's right, Star Trek has time cops.
And you know, time travel doesn't work for anything except Doctor Who, and occasionally on Dragon Ball Z. Seriously.
What about Doc Brown?
Okay, Back to the Future is a movie. It's not a series, so you can allow that. But
Okay.
TV show-wise, leave it to the people who do it best. Now, coming up to the next topic, number 7, the crime drama. I am so sick of every single television show wanting to be a crime drama. It's like everyone watches it thinking they're going to outsmart the cops one day, but it's completely fake. And the shows that try to twist it like Almost Human always fail because it's not CSI New York, CSI Boston, CSI Miami, CSI Idaho, CSI Canada,
NCIS Miami, NCIS LA. The problem with my thing is I don't mind the NCIS series so much, at least the original series, because at least those characters
There's
had
15 versions of them now. What are you talking about?
No, it's not CSI. CSI, NCIS, the naval one. At least, you know, Denmoza and them had a personality. Problem with CSI, in my opinion, is they're all robots.
It's all crime
watching Google
shows.
Chrome. It's watching Google Chrome tabs have a crime drama. They're boring.
I think all of them just kind of need to go away.
Oh.
So what's our number 6?
Number 6 is, who remembers Highlander, the TV series? Okay, yeah, a lot of people raising their hand. Okay, jump the shark moment out of the whole series, other than that they had more episodes than there should ever be Immortals.
Well, how many more times can there only be one? Let's be honest here.
Right. The 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse show up. And one of them can talk and use his voice to, like, make you do things. That's right, 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse and then Highlander.
Maybe the Horsemen of the Apocalypse aren't overdone yet. I think they're going to get to that point real soon, because that's probably be the next thing people latch on to. Let's do the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse and continue them.
Well, like we said, actually in the next X-Men movie, the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse show up. So there we go.
All right, so up next, number 5 is reality TV everything. Oh my God, how horrible is it that we have so many reality TV shows, and they're not even good. It's following the trashiest, richest people around, and they're
only rich
just
because
watch
they're
it.
reality TV shows.
Exactly. Like
We're feeding the circle.
If it's not a crime show, it's a reality show. And I don't understand, we're literally coming into idiocracy territory here. I kid you not, in a couple years, we're going to be laughing at farts on camera, and that's pretty much what it's going to come down to.
Wasn't that America's Funniest Home Videos? Ball kicks.
That's even gone way too far. I mean, that's still on the air. Like, people actually send in home videos.
I'm aware of this.
It's called YouTube, people. Grow up.
Right. And the reality shows, I mean, the fact that they made reality shows out of everything, including makeup special effects, which was pretty good, but I mean, still.
You know they're at the end of the barrel when they have You're Gonna Marry a Complete Stranger reality show, You're Gonna Date People completely naked reality show. They have a reality show where you have sex in a box on stage and then therapy afterwards. I think we're past the point of stupidity on TV.
The guy who wanted to get eaten by an anaconda.
All right. What's next, Pocky?
The heartbreak plot.
No, you want to talk about Supernatural.
Oh, I want to talk about Supernatural. You know what this should be? We should have another guy show up. That's right. Supernatural, at one point in their series, decided to have an episode where the actors played themselves.
But they're so good at it.
That's all they really do. Supernatural, at one point, decided, hey, we need to save our heroes, so how are we going to do it? Instead of coming up with another generic controversy way of the Deans, the Winchesters just figure it out, they just go, we'll teleport you to another reality where you look exactly the same, and you're your characters from a group of guys who are doing a TV show about Supernatural. Wow, you had them play themselves. Isn't that awesome?
It's time to fire all your writers at that point in time. I really hate to tell you.
And after that, they have Felicia Day show up, and there's a D&D episode, and there's things. And
Demons playing Dungeons and Dragons.
No.
Humans in Office Space.
No, apparently there's a D&D book with actual real spells, and I don't know.
They did that in Buffy, too.
I know.
All right. So up next is the heartbreak subplot. I hate these things.
Oh, God.
When they write themselves into another corner, like, you know what? Let's get rid of our happy couple. Everyone likes the happy couple, but they always make it so effing hard to just be okay with them because they're always gone. There's always something tragic. I mean, Buffy had to kill Angel in season 2.
And then out of nowhere, have Spike be the love interest.
And all these other shows end up going to a point where it's like, why do we care about the romance subplot? Give us something completely different. Maybe we don't care. If you're going to do it, at least do it right and just leave it the way it is.
You know who I think the biggest offender of all that is?
What?
Was Smallville. Because they kept hyping up, maybe it won't be Lois Lane in this universe, maybe it'll be Lana.
I got so sick of Smallville after 2 seasons, I was done.
So my number 2. My number 1.
Here's another series that I got sick of after a while.
So right now you guys see Xena right over there, and you're like, Xena jumped the shark? Yeah, Xena jumped the shark. When? When she gave birth to not Christianity. Okay, so at one point in the series they had this great idea. Xena gets pregnant because she got her immortal enemy soul purified so she could be reincarnated, and that soul was going to be in Xena so she could give birth to the child. The child was going to be called, the worst part was, the child is called Eve, who changed her name to something else, I don't remember and I don't care, and then changed her name to Faith. And then her religion had a fish upright, the fish symbol that the Christians love to use, and she went around teaching the faith about the one true religion, the one made of light, and also for fun and games, at one point they make Lucifer fall from grace out of an orgy.
See, that's just what your show needs to end if that's what your writers are coming up with.
And then, of course, they did the whole episode where Lucy Lawless is actually doing an episode about herself and whatever.
Yeah, so we're going back to that. But I don't think anything is more deserving of the Jumping the Shark Award than Family Guy. That show should have stayed canceled while it was still good. It had very few hits in its lifetime after it came back, but it's one of those shows...
Wait, came back the first time, second time, or third time?
After the first time.
Okay.
Well, it should have stayed canceled because that show's gone on way too long, and it's not funny anymore. The characters aren't funny anymore. The plots aren't funny anymore. I mean, it's really bad. You got to cross over with The Simpsons. And yeah, it was kind of funny to watch for a nostalgia factor. When you put 2 shows that just don't need to be on the air together, you're going to have a train wreck.
You know what's even sadder about this is a lot of people are going to be like, how dare you say this? There's actually one person who'd agree with you. And the saddest part is, this guy who created the series, he even himself has said he's writing paychecks at this point. He's even admitted it. He's like, he didn't want the series to come back when it came back the third time. He's like, I wanted to do a couple more jokes. That's why their third time intro joke is when these other series that Fox had canceled for no good reason die, we might come back.
So I was ready to let them go. And that has been our 10 Things Jumping the Shark list for this episode. Well, if you guys enjoyed it, make sure you comment when you see this online.